Today we are going to be talking about one of the better toys from Beast Wars that was never on the show, Polar Claw. Polar Claw was one of the first toys released for Beast Wars, which makes sense why he wasn't on the show, because the show was either not a thing yet or currently in development and they just didn't want to do it. Before we get to him, want to hit that subscribe button, that helps me out a lot, and also let me know what your favorite Beast Wars toy is. That being said, let's get to Polar Claw. Now that we have Polar Claw over here, we can take a better look at him, and as far as I can tell and know, this Polar Claw, including paperwork, is 100% complete, and he is non-yellowing. This has been kind of a grail for me because I always look at Beast Wars stuff when I go to conventions, and I always see Polar Claw, but as you'll find out, he has a lot of pieces that pop off for gimmicks, like the robot bat. Part of his arm pops out for a robot bat kind of thing, and that's always missing. But I was able to get a complete one with the box, all the paperwork and everything. But let's look at the box real quick. Got the gorgeous artwork over there for him. He's right there looking like great. Just looks like he's climbing or something. Back of the box has like all the things he can do. Bear turns into command robot, fires hidden robotic bat, spring-loaded claw attack, and opening jaw reveals teeth and fangs, which I didn't know was a thing until I actually got him in hand. But the bottom here is really cool because this must have been released before the concept of the show, because they still have Optimus Primal and Megatron as the 2-pack with the bat and the crocodile, which is really cool. And then I also have like Rat Trap, Razor Beast, Cheetor, Rhinox, and then like Predacons don't even have like Dinobot on here or anything like that. It's just Snapper, Tarantulas, and Pterosaur. So I think that's really cool down there. And then back of the box, side of the box, just that. And then the back of the box has the tech spec card with him, a little blurb about him, his strength, intelligence, that sort of thing, showing the bat and his claw attack that he can do. Back when Hasbro was still working with Kenner to make these toys, which was really cool. But yeah, a little blurb about the Beast Wars, because again, this was before the show. He was like one of the first released bigger toys for Beast Wars. But yeah, no, for a 30-year-old box, it looks pretty good. Little chew mark there from, I'm assuming, some sort of mouse, but no, he looks really good. Now let me get him all unboxed. We can see everything he comes with and check out Polar Claw. So let's go. It's everything that comes with Polar Claw in the box. And when I said he's complete, he even came with the actual bag that this booklet came in, and then of course his original instructions. These bring me back as a kid because I remember getting these original instructions, like the black and white with like the little bit of green in there to show what you're moving. This is very nostalgic to me. This is really cool. I love this, but it's like just this is basic instructions. And then they have a little book advertising other toys and whatever Kenner are selling. And what I would have carried this around until it was disintegrated. But got like Superman and then Beast Wars in here. And then this Beast Wars actually has Dinobot and Waspinator. And again, the 2-pack with the comic that came with Primal and then Megatron down there. And then obviously showing Polar Claw right there, and then Scorponok right down there as well. But yeah, a little pamphlet came with him. And now we have Polar Claw. And he is just in immaculate condition. Sometimes over the years, these plastics do kind of yellow. He is a little bit off-white in some spots. You can tell this is like, I think this is a painted, where this is like a molded white, which is kind of an off-white plastic. But normally when I see like Polar Claw at conventions, he's always like a cigarette yellow, and then other parts are bright white because they're made of different plastics. I kind of like what's happening with current stuff, actually. But yeah, no, that's like a very convincing, it's a very convincing polar bear. Like, that looks good for Beast Wars for 1996 when he came out. But he does have like gimmicks and stuff that other toys don't, modern toys don't. So let's look at those real quick. So the first thing I'll do is, he's got an opening mouth. So all you do is you open this, and then these 2 black, like Dracula fangs come down, and I think that's really cool. Like, I didn't know about this toy until I was playing with it, but like, that's just a thing you can do. That's really good. One thing I did notice during transformation that is in the instructions, I just never read the instructions, is that to get like his teeth out right here, instead I just pulled it down like that. If you pull his teeth out, if you pull his back legs, that's how it's supposed to go. I had no idea. It's in the instructions, but I never really looked at the instructions. But yeah, that's how that works. And then both of his arms do something. This arm over here, kind of doing right now, if you spring it forward, it just does a claw attack. Like it's just a little simple, like that. Push the button and it springs out. That's really cool. The other arm, on the other hand, is the thing that gets this toy expensive because it's possible you could lose it. So the other arm has a spring-loaded gimmick. So if you just push the button here, it fires off his arm, and then it just leaves a little stump. But the thing that fires gets expensive because it's easily lost. So this is the bat he fires off. I don't know why he has this. Polar Claw is not in the show. I don't think it's ever explained in any fiction that I can remember. But he just has a bat he can fire off. And I think that's really cool. But yeah, no, that's why this gets expensive, because you lose this and then you lose half the thing's gone. He also can hold this as a gun. He has a little peg right here that you hold it for like a gun. But all you do is just transform it back up, fold the wings back and up. There's that. Plug him back in here. And now he's ready again. But that's his polar bear mode. Let's get into transformation. Let's get into that awesome looking robot mode. I love the robot mode for Polar Claw. So let's go. Now that we have Polar Claw transformed, we can see that out of nowhere, all of this bright red, dark red, and gray just kind of comes out, and it looks really good. Like just like literally out of nowhere. Like he's this like polar bear. He's like this white, and then he just comes out of this like blood red with gray and everything else, and that looks really good. It's just like you like hit the toes are red and everything. It's just really wild to me that all this red just comes out of nowhere. He also has his head sculpt is really good looking. Like the orange looks really good. Everything, so that's awesome. He got like some weird grin or something, but he also does have a battle mask on the other side. Again, that was something they implemented in the toys and everything else, because I think they wanted to have like a different disguise or something like that. I don't remember the lore for it, but yeah, he also has the battle mask, and then you just flip it around, his real head. He is like super posable in this mode because he's like a leader or early Beast Wars, so he does have like ball joints and stuff, which is really good. His hips are really good, because they're able to like spread out, which I think is fun. He does technically have a knee joint due to transformation and everything, so that's really good. In this mode, he's still able to do his little claw attack, which that's fun, and he is still able to launch his bat. So that launches out like that. That transforms into the bat, and then he can just plug it in and he can hold it as a gun, which I think is really cool. I think yeah, like that, and he can just hold it like, kind of like a gun. So that's cool. But let's do comparisons. I'm gonna grab one specific comparison because it's the only like real Beast Wars one I have that's not transmetal. So let's do comparison real quick. So for comparison that wasn't transmetals or Rise of the Beast or anything like that, I just grabbed my Optimus Primal as the reissue from Walmart, and then you can see like the size differences. Like I think he was an Ultra class and he's a Mega class, but they're still like big toys. Like they're still big toys. This nowadays would have been like a bigger Voyager or something. He would have been a leader. But it doesn't matter. Those are just price points at this point. But yeah, no, they look like super good together like that. They look like Maximals. They look good together. Let's do some final thoughts for Polar Claw over here. A little biased final thoughts, but let's get on to the final thoughts for Polar Claw. Final thoughts for Polar Claw. Again, this is very biased. This is a video I'd made pretty much for me because I was so excited to get up Polar Claw. I think he's one of the better Beast Wars figures. I mean, he's big, he's chunky. If you can find him complete for a good price, I think it's worth it. I got him off Macari for very cheap, including everything that you've seen, including like the bat and everything else. So that was great. But no, he looks good with Primal and everything. I'm gonna start building a Beast Wars shelf soon. I'm gonna put him on that Beast Wars shelves. A maximal shelf, so I'm talking about the maximals. I think he's gonna look really good with like Dinobot and Primal and like Cheetor or Rattrap, that sort of thing. He might stand out a little bit with Tigertron because they're both white, but I think that's fine. But yeah, that's been me talking about the Polar Claw. Good polar bear, really good polar bear. You like the video? Hey, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Actually, helps me out a lot. And let me know, is this something you're interested in? More Beast Wars stuff? I'm probably going to do more Beast Wars stuff because I'm trying to collect all of the American release Beast Wars stuff. But no, that's been it for Polar Claw. I will see you guys in the next video.